the Cowboys.
He's an interesting guy, isn't it? They moved him over from linebacker to fullback so he could make the team.
And they say he has very good hands in addition to being tough. Irvin makes the catch from Aikman. Picked up about 8. Bobby Taylor with Michael Irvin, who stays down.
Here's Michael Irvin. He's going to run the slant. You see, he's going to come about 4 yards and just come to the inside. Bobby Taylor was a little slow getting a jump on that, and it was the second guy in that got Michael Irvin.
Somebody flashed by, hit him in the back, maybe in the helmet with a knee. I think it was Houck.
Yeah, you know, we talk about hitters. The Eagles have one in this Tim Houck. He's number 45. And it looks like him. He's going to come flying by. You see, Irvin sees him. And Houck comes and just lowers it on him right there.
Looked like some helmet to helmet.
It looked like he was trying to use his helmet, but I think Michael Irvin was lucky in that he saw him because, you know, after he got by Bobby Taylor, he catches that ball. Now watch, Michael Irvin sees that coming. Tim Houck does lead with his helmet on there. He tries to go helmet to helmet, but Michael Irvin gets his head down, and it wasn't helmet to helmet.
His head got twisted underneath against the artificial turf. And it's hard here at Veterans Stadium right now. For another update, let's return to James Brown in Los Angeles.
Hey, Pat and John, this is not a replay, but take a look at this. Kurt Warner going to Isaac Bruce, who beats Darnell Walker again, this time on the fade pattern. Second touchdown reception for Bruce. Boy, the Rams taking out their frustration on the Niners. 14-0. Back to Pat and John.
Watch Michael Irvin as he is in the grasp of Bobby Taylor, his shoulder and his head.
Yeah, it's just his right shoulder and his head right into the turf. And again, that was a result of his ducking from Tim Houck.
Yeah. And Irvin's still down. Caldwell of the Eagles over on the bench.
You see how Michael Irvin there was trying to shake his head initially. I think I think the injury was caused from the head hitting the turf. I mean, there's a lot of bad things about artificial turf, and the hardness of it is one of them. I mean, you know, you can get hit and then get hurt when you get hit, or you can also get it again when you hit the turf, because this is just carpet over cement is all this is.
And this at Veterans Stadium is very hard.
Hey, Howie, switch seats with me.
No way.
Come on, I've got the scoop on the Vikings-Lions game. I should be in the middle today.
Why don't you guys...
Vikings take on a double...
Very...
Michael Irvin still down, and they're still looking at Michael.
You know, this is one of these things that, you know, they take all the precautions that they can. I mean, and then every stadium has a way to get a player off the field. They're bringing a gurney out right now. They're not going to move him. They're not going to let him move. Players are all doing the one thing that they can, just, you know, pray that everything is all right, that Michael Irvin is all right here.
Did you see the pictures of the Dallas Stars' Mike Modano when he was hit and went into the board? The Eagle players are talking to their fans and asking them to be quiet.
Yeah, we just saw a picture there of Emmitt Smith. Yeah. Emmitt Smith was down there with Michael Irvin the whole time, and when they brought this gurney in, Emmitt Smith left for the first time. This is one of those things that, you know, that every player feels, and every coach and everyone involved feels for the player that's down.
And as you said, they take no chances when an injury looks like this. They take no chances really of any injury, but particularly when it involves the neck, the head.
And they do a great job.
Yes,
I mean,
they do.
At one time, they didn't, and then this became a very important part. And there's X-ray facilities at every stadium. There's an ambulance at every stadium. They have ways to transport the players off the field.
You could see as he went down, he was trying to get his mouthpiece out of his mouth.
Well, and it was one of those things on that slant. He knew that he had Bobby Taylor beaten. So the next guy coming in was the strong safety, Tim Hawk, and he saw him coming, and Hawk was zeroing in on him. So he went to avoid that block, that tackle. And doing so, went right into the turf.
Really is not much you can do except hope and be quiet.
Series tonight.
Michael Irvin being strapped on to the gurney stretcher. Very solemn moment. We can hope.
Yeah, and the way the players are taught now when this happens is to stay away from the injured player and just let the medical people do the job that they have to do and the job that they do so well.
Avoid as much movement as they possibly can. Right now, again, let's return to James Brown in Los Angeles.
All right, Pat, Tony Graziani, backing up. Chandler comes in and tosses this nice TD pass to Terrence Mathis, 22 yards. That made it 7-0 Falcons. Doug Ryan has drawn the Saints within 4. It's now 7-3. And Pat and John, certainly our prayers are with Michael Irvin. Back to you guys.
JB, you join many.
Probably his closest friend on the team right there is Emmitt Smith. And remember when Emmitt Smith first came into the league, Michael Irvin, and they took him under his wing and taught him what professional football was all about. I remember the first meeting that we ever had with Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
He didn't come in by himself. Came in with Michael Irvin.
And Michael did all the talking. In the event that you might have just joined us, here's the play again.
It's Michael Irvin. He comes in a slant, catches the ball. Bobby Taylor goes to tackle him there. He sees Tim Hawk coming from the other side, and then he goes to avoid that. Tim Hawk had him zeroed in. And you can see right there, he looks up and he sees it, and then he has to get down, and in doing so, looks like he just drove his head and right shoulder right into the artificial turf.
Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, who's come to the sideline.
This is such a difficult thing for everyone involved because you want to do whatever you
October 10th, 1999. That's the day that play happened. That's the day that I really began to hate the Philadelphia Eagles. October 10th, 1999. I wanted to play that in its entirety so that my viewers could get an understanding of who this organization is and what this organization is about. You see, this is a hate week. This is not a game. We're not playing. When I saw Michael Irvin hit that awful, disgusting concrete covered by a carpet, that's how they described it. When I saw him hit that, and then I saw him laying there and hearing almost a packed Philadelphia stadium full of Eagles fans cheering, chanting, clapping, whistling, cheering as he gets on the gurney, cheering as he goes to the ambulance, cheering as they drive him away. The chants of, "You suck." The chants of, "Go Eagles." Meanwhile, the players, understanding the severity of what just happened, they're saying their prayers. They're going to check on Michael to see if he's going to be all right. Eagles players have to go into the benches, to the sidelines, to try to tell their fans to shut up. You want to know why this hate week is real? You just saw it. Now, StreamYard only allows me 10 minutes. There's actually another probably 5 minutes of that video clip I could have played for you today. But I think you get the picture. This fan base, this Eagles fan base, has always been that way. They're classless. They're disgusting. When you think of the words filth or trash, that is the word that describes this Eagles fan base, and everybody knows it. Now I've got Patriots fans wanting the Cowboys to beat the Eagles. We're not the only ones seeing this anymore. You see, the rest of the league is finally figuring it out. They're finally beginning to understand that, yes, the Eagles are the garbage organization that we've always said that they were. They're disgusting. They have a jail cell inside of their stadium. You don't believe me? Go to the link. Go check out Section 700 at the link. Go check out all of those meth addict crackheads over there in Section 700. And then come back to me and we'll talk. Oh yeah, don't think I don't know about the bird's nest. Nothing but a bunch of drug addict rejects. They're the ones that like to cheer the Michael Irvin injury. So this week, they do. They throw crap at their own players. I remember just recently, you want to hear a recent example? How about this? How about a few years ago when the Philadelphia Eagles shocked the world and they won their first and only Super Bowl ever? They're hanging their banners, right? Very next year, week 1, 5 minutes into the game, after their team had just won a Super Bowl, 5 minutes into week 1, they're already booing their team again. They're already throwing things at their team. Garbage. They threw snowballs at Santa Claus. Oh, this is real. This is real. This is not some fabricated hatred. This is not something you have to script. This is not something you got to play out and think about all week long. No. You ask any Cowboys fan that knows anything about this fan base, I'm talking about the Eagles fan base, we don't need a script. We don't need to act. We don't need to play around. This is in our blood. We love our Dallas Cowboys, and we hate the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a rite of passage. And I'm telling you, every Dallas Cowboys fan that I know will probably agree with this. You can all of the Dallas Cowboys fans that are in my chat right now, you guys can all agree with this. We hate the Giants, especially right now, even though we are the 1-4-1. We hate the Redskins. We always have. But I think everybody can probably agree that we hate the Eagles more than either one of them because of their fans. Let me just listen to them. Listen to these fans right now. Listen to how proud they are, how confident they are, boasting their chest after winning a game against Arizona, who came in as the 32nd overall defense in the league, and it only took them a missed field goal to win that game. And they're so excited that they're undefeated. Not only are they classless, they're stupid. Eagles fans are morons. You don't believe me, right? You don't believe me that Eagles fans are dumb? Let me give you an example. I mean, I've got a few.
Quick video, man. First of all, I'm going to give you a shout out to Philly Notion, man. I was arguing with a Cowboy fan, man. Listen, man, these Cowboy fans don't understand what's going on, bro. They don't. They think Dak is such a good quarterback. He really isn't, bro. Dak hasn't beat it. The guy brought up Seattle, man. Seattle's trash.
That's one. That's just one example. There's one example. This is coming from an Eagles fan who does not understand that his team has not beaten a playoff team in 2 years. Matter of fact, go look at their schedule last year. The only team they beat with a winning record, there was only one. They beat one team with a winning record last year. You want to come in here and tell me the Eagles are good? You haven't beaten think about this. You have not beaten a playoff team in 2 years. The Dallas Cowboys just got done defeating both teams that played in the Super Bowl last year. We just beat the NFC champions / Super Bowl champions, and we defeated the AFC champions. And to be honest with you, neither one of them were really that close. The scores were closer than the play on the field. Eagles fans don't get it. They don't know what they're up against. They always celebrate. That's a good one. Yeah, they do. They celebrate going undefeated in the preseason. They think that's an accomplishment because that's all they know. They don't know accomplishments. They don't know what it's like to walk into a stadium that's got multiple banners. That's why when you walk into the link, you get to see the division champion banners. That's what you get to see. NFC East champions. Look at all these banners we've got. You know what I see when I walk into AT&T Stadium? You know how many NFC East champion banners I see in that stadium? About as many as I've got in my house. I don't celebrate division titles. Not anymore. When I walk into AT&T Stadium, I see 5, count them, 5 Super Bowl banners in my stadium. When I walk into my stadium, I see 5 Lombardi trophies. I remember seeing Charles Haley in person. And back then, he was the only player that had a ring on every one of his fingers on one hand. He had 5 rings. I got to see him. I got to hold him. I got to try to put them on my fingers, but they were way too big for my fingers. Charles Haley got some hot dog fingers, man. He got some big fingers. But when I go into my stadium, I see greatness. That's what I see. I see Super Bowls. You got 1. I could get more onion rings. You know what I mean? If anybody's phone rings 1 time, that's not even enough rings to answer it. 1 ring. And you've only beaten us since you won that Super Bowl. What was that? 2016, 2017? The Eagles have only beaten us twice since they won that Super Bowl. Remember last year, Eagles? Since Eagles Dave, whatever his name is, wants to tell me that you have to go by recent history. I can't go by my Super Bowls. Okay, that's fine. What about last year? How many times did you beat the Cowboys last year? Oh, that's right. Duke Fathers just told us the Cowboys were a playoff team last year, and the Eagles didn't beat any playoff teams last year. So I guess that means they didn't beat the Cowboys last year. See, that's called logic. Y'all ought to try that sometime. We steamrolled you in both games, Philly. That's recent. Last time you stepped on the field with us, you got your ass kicked. What makes you think it's going to be any different? What makes you think you can put up more points against us than you did against the 32nd ranked offense in the league last week? Tell me. I'm dying to know this. Now, this is coming from an Eagles Dave kid who thought that doomsday happened in the 90s. So I got to give him a pass, right? This kid's not right in the head. He got a couple of screws loose. He's got a coconut for brains. Eagles fans flexing because they want a joint practice. They will grab onto any hint of success they can get because success don't come around too often in Philly. Just ask the 76ers. Was Joel Embiid really going to be an MVP? Just ask the Phillies. What are they doing right now? I don't know. I don't watch baseball. Sure, it's not good. They don't know what success is in Philadelphia. They don't know. They don't have a clue. Well, Penn State? I don't know Pennsylvania that well, but Philly's dying for some inch of success. It's like that guy who is stalking this woman, right? And she won't have anything to do with him. And anytime that she even looks at him, he's like, "Oh, look, she looked at me. Oh my goodness, she looked at me again. Look at this guy, she's looking at me." Meanwhile, the married man who has a wife, when she looks at him, that's an everyday thing. Because he's used to it. He knows what it's like. He's been around it. Philly, you're the little boy, and we're the men. We see success all the time. You've only seen it once. We won a Super Bowl. And years later, you still try to shove it in our face. We won a Super Bowl more recently than the Cowboys did. Man, shut up. Shut your mouth up. Talking dynasty. Read this comment right here. Y'all read this comment. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Talking dynasty. I remember another team. A team I hate worse than the Eagles. In fact, the only team that I hate worse than the Eagles. I remember them talking dynasty. Remember that a couple of years ago? Oh, we just won the Super Bowl. We're going to have a dynasty. Y'all don't know what a dynasty is. A dynasty is multiple rings. A dynasty is legends. A dynasty is Hall of Famers. A dynasty is a team that gets put together that is better than all the others. That's what a dynasty is. You think that Eagles team that won the Super Bowl, raise your hand if you think that Eagles team that won that Super Bowl could have beat any of the 5 Super Bowl champion Cowboys teams. Name one of those Cowboys teams that would lose to that Eagles team that won that Super Bowl. Name one. Y'all want to talk about dynasty. Shit, y'all know who it is. That's who I was talking about. Talking about, we're a dynasty. Look at us. How many rings you won since then, Mr. Dynasty? You don't claim to be a dynasty before you win the championships. You got to wait till you get the rings and the banners first. See, that's your mistake. You count your eggs before they hatch. And that's the problem. Sentinel says a dynasty is one thing and one thing only. It's winning 3 Super Bowls over a 10-year span. That's what makes you a dynasty. In a 10-year span, you were there the most. Facts. And every decade has their dynasties, man. Like the Patriots, that's a dynasty. Cowboys, dynasty. 49ers, dynasty. Steelers, dynasty. Philly doesn't even sniff it. Philly don't even sniff a dynasty. They could beat the Wyoming. They couldn't even beat the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Prodigal Hill had to go with Wyoming because he knows Oklahoma State would probably beat them. That's right. But they want to claim that they're going to be a dynasty. They want to claim that they're going 16-1. They want to claim that they're going to win the Super Bowl because they're the best team in the league. Every power ranking you see on television right now today will have Philadelphia as the number 1 team in the league. Isn't this the same Philadelphia last year Their quarterback couldn't throw it over 25 yards. Ain't this the same Philadelphia last year that got blown out twice by the Cowboys? Ain't this the same Philadelphia that last year was one of the teams that caused them to call us the NFC least? Ain't this the same Eagles? No, we got James Bradberry. Man, fuck James Bradberry. The Giants couldn't wait to get rid of him. James Bradberry, give me a break. We got A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, you're going to find out something real quick about A.J. Brown. You're going to find out that A.J. Brown's body is actually built out of discarded popsicle sticks. That man's not what you think he is. A.J. Brown. We ain't scared of him. What was the other guy you got? You got another guy, too. I forget his name because he's not relevant. But don't you think those guys are going to make you into a dynasty, those 2-3 players? They're going to take you over the hump. Eagles fans, you know what I love about you? Today, right now, you sound a whole lot like those Giants fans did a few weeks ago. Remember the Giants fans, guys? We're undefeated. Y'all got beat by Tom Brady, and he's 50 years old, but we're undefeated. And we're going to win. There's no question about it. Cowboys stink. Giants are going to win easy. What did we do, Cowboys fans? What did we do? The only thing that we did is we went into MetLife Stadium and smacked them around a little bit, took the W, and left. That's what we did. And then after that, we went to Washington. We picked up that W off of their logo at midfield, and we put that on Jerry Jones's private jet, and we flew that back to Dallas too. Now, nowhere in the title Philadelphia Eagles is there a W. But we're still going to the link, and we're going to take whatever W we can get, and we're going home with it. You can bank on that. You really are impressed by doing that against Arizona. You want to say that was an accomplishment, right? No, I got 2 words for you, Micah Parsons. Have you seen this defense? Let me tell you what we're doing over here in Dallas, because y'all don't even know. You think your offensive line is good? Your offensive line is going to get the biggest test of its fucking life. And that's facts. Micah Parsons is a different breed. You have no players on your team like Micah Parsons. Those are facts. Micah Parsons, all he has to do is walk onto your football field. You can have your whole team on the sidelines. Micah Parsons will be the best player on that field. On both teams. And it's not even close. You don't have anybody like him. Our defense is going to dominate this game. And Cooper Rush has only lost. Oh, that's right. He's never lost as a starter, has he? Wow. Okay. I guess there's that. These Eagles fans, man, I love it. I can't wait for them to make the same mistake the Giants fans made a couple weeks ago. We're undefeated. We're going to beat Dallas because we just beat Arizona. And then we smack the taste out their mouth. I can't wait. I can't wait to be the 1-5-1. That's what I'm looking forward to, boys. I want to be the 1-5-1. Philly 500. I know you watch my videos. You've told me that. If you're watching right now, I hope your knees are shaking, boy. Because we want to double moonwalk all over you. I'm not going to be doing any 8 weeks with any Eagles champs. I don't care which one it is. I'm not going to do one against Dave, Mr. 1990s Doomsday. I'm not going to do one against Mr. Eagles Champ 1, a.k.a. the LVT, Least Valuable Trash Talker from last season. The Dookie Award winner for Least Valuable Trash Talker. Y'all ain't getting my time. Y'all got to step your game up if you want to get in the Oval Office. You notice we're not even in the Oval Office today. Y'all aren't worthy of stepping into my office. Y'all ain't worthy of sitting on my chairs. Where are you hiding? That double-stuffed Oreo cookie looking. Where are you hiding? Listen, man. Our bet is still on. Our bet is still on. The loser of this game this week has to order the entire Taco Bell menu and attempt to eat it on camera whilst doing their crow video. Now, this ain't going to be a 10-minute deal. Obviously, this is going to take some time. So, it's going to be on a live stream. You show every little bit of the menu, the whole Taco Bell menu. You eat your crow, go live, and eat me some burritos, boy. I hope they still got them Mexican pizzas, too. I want to see you trying to eat a bunch of that. I want you to eat until you can't eat anymore. That's what I want to see. No breaks. Now, you don't have to order every flavor of the Baja Blast. I don't care about drinks. But the food, every last item on the menu. I'm talking value cravings. I'm talking that gluten-free fake meat shit. I'm talking the whole thing. That bet is with Where You Hiding, the Eagles fan. And that man has a lot of bets going on for this game. Whew! You guys want to see punishment, go check out Where You Hiding. Because that dude is about to go through the ringer. And you know what? If you want to go live again the day after you pay the bet, so I can see the pain on your face, I want to see you suffer. I want to see you in pain. That's what I want to see. That's why I'm not going easy on you. I want you to feel the same kind of pain that I felt when I saw Michael Irvin on October 10th, 1999. That's the kind of pain that I want you to see. You about to get stuffed and go viral. And them's facts. Where you hiding? Our bet is on, sir. Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, Sunday Night Football. This is just volume 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the first take. This is going to be a long week. Y'all be sure to hit the thumbs up, like the button, like the video on the way out. We got more to come, baby. We're going to clown these Eagles fans all week long. He's going to do a mukbang, Crazy Dog. And I can't wait. It's the great Duke Ballers. I'm going to leave you with a little clip, and then I'm out. Here you go. You guys have a good one. Happy, what day is it? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Cry, Eagles, cry.
Answered, I talked stuff. I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go, Birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.